Hello. I am recording my final reflection for the time I spent at creative presentation class. Um, so I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. So for me, what the class really encompassed was the ins and outs of presenting, basically. Um, I learned things like why you're doing something is more important than the what you're doing. I also got a good understanding of how, with practice, your voice can be a powerful tool in presenting with things like pitch, tone, and even silence. Um, I personally have had plenty of opportunities to speak publicly and to present, or present kind of, it's more briefings in the United States Air Force during my time serving. So this really wasn't my first chance at public speaking and presenting and stuff like that. So the class really gave me another chance to flex those skills and was a good reminder of important things like your audience and things like that. Um, and that's what we did in Creative Pres. We got up in front of the class and we spoke from the day one when we introduced ourselves and things like that. Um, So yeah, that was basically the basics of the course and stuff. Learning things like a picture is worth 1,000 words, but also not to overwhelm your audience with those pictures, and um, you know, having having a story to go along with your presentation and your speech. Uh, Thought that was really neat because it's not something I've thought of in a professional sense, like in the Air Force when I would publicly speak or brief. It's more of a briefing style, like I've got information that you need to have. But here it was more important to get that story across, and that's true. I think that's a better way to definitely present something. So some of the things that I guess I took away from the class, I would say that the best thing I got out of the class was not really anything about like speech, so to not just necessarily getting up and giving speeches, but I have had like countless trainings on that stuff before coming to the class. But I learned that I am ahead of the crowd really in these aspects. Uh, Not to say that I don't have a lot of work and areas to grow in. I think public speaking is something that will, you know, be a life journey kind of thing. So to really master it. But it was really nice to give insight to like fellow classmates and stuff. And I think that was something that I really got out of the class a lot. Um, like when I noticed they were struggling with something that I have struggled with in the past, giving them some insight that helped me uh, really was nice. It felt good to do that. Um, like I said, it kind of put it all in perspective for me, like where I'm at in terms of presentations and public speaking and stuff like that, and compared to my peers right now. So it was really nice. I liked that about the class, and I really hope that the information that I gave to some of the people and everything was good advice, and hopefully they enjoyed it. And in our discussions too, that was something I really took away from the class. I liked a lot was the discussions. They seemed meaningful. Everybody, speaking from the heart and everything like that, and being honest. It wasn't just a task that had to get done. So that was nice. So I truly believe in the power of public speaking and presentations and stuff. I'm a big advocate for it. I think the greatest of greats have always had to rally their troops through speech. Um, it is something that is very inspirational to me. I hope that one day, as a leader in like gaming industry, I will have a moment where my troops need to be rallied, and hopefully I'll have some words of wisdom, courage, conviction, and hope um, that I can present to them to really get my point across or whatever. Um, and if and when that day comes, I know that this class, creative presentation, will be one of the reasons why I'm able to rise to that occasion. I I hopefully will be successful when that time comes, um, and maybe it won't be necessarily rallying my troops, but it could be on stage at a future E3 event, where I'm gotta get the hype up about my upcoming game or my company or something. Or maybe it is just a pitch to a company to get them to invest in me or whatever. Um, I think that's what this class has helped me with is, even in the hiring process and stuff like that. Um, to better get your point across as to why you're the right person for the job, or why what you have to give them is so important, and get them to buy in on it and everything like that. So um, I do think that the keys to success in anything we do have to do with communication. And that is why I will always enjoy opportunities like this class to grow in this aspect. So something else I really enjoyed about the course, and that I'm really proud of, is to see the passion that I'm surrounded by here at Full Sail. Like, obviously, people had a hard time getting in front of everyone else to speak, but when they did, they spoke from their heart. Just like I mentioned in discussions and stuff like that, it was not just a task. It was when they finally, people were doing it. It was meaningful. Um, Everyone like here is such of a creative mindset, and it's just an honor, to hear these people talk about the things they love. Um, and it's even more amazing just to be a part of it. To be, these are my peers right now. It's amazing. Um, I don't think I would trade that for anything right now in life. I am super proud just to be here, and to be at Full Sail. So that was something this class kind of like also brought into perspective for me, and it's good because it's at the first class of my time here at Full Sail, first month, and it really brought it all together. Like, these are the people that I'm going to school with and everything like that, and seeing them get up in front of others and present and talk about why they're here and all this other stuff. It was really nice. Something else that really stuck with me throughout our reading and stuff was the power that you have over your audience when you're publicly speaking and doing it right. We recently had a discussion post that I kind of touched on this a little bit, but basically the class kind of, our readings and stuff like that had me think of all the times that, how many times has something needed to be heard, and more importantly, like, how was it delivered and everything like that, and then it falls short, and that's because of poor communication and not being able to really, be a good presenter or speaker. Um, so yeah, and in that discussion, I made a comment that was something that stuck with me, and I think it'll stick with me for a really long time. Is what if we were all great public speakers and even better audiences? You know, what would the world be like if anyone who had something great to do or change the world could actually get up in front of everyone and say it, and then us as audience to hear it and to actually take it in and form our own opinions about it the right way and stuff. And so that's something the class really you know got across to me, I think. Um, and I think I'll take that forward in all my other classes, and in life. So pretty neat. One of the biggest learning moments for me during the course was the review system, like the peer-to-peer review system, and critiquing each other, receiving feedback and discussions, and giving feedback, really. And in our final presentation, I received like good, honest feedback, and got to see so many people of all types of skill levels with presenting, and got to give them feedback. I tried to look at it from like a teacher's perspective, so to speak. Like, Not that I'm like perfect or anything and even worthy of teaching anyone about public speaking, but like I said before, like when seeing someone struggle with something that I have possibly had to work on myself and everything, like just as simple as getting up in front of people and getting over the nerves and everything like that, like I was that person at once, and seeing all that and giving the feedback and receiving feedback um, is a great, like effective way to learn. So I really enjoyed that. It made me like really think deeper about how they were performing and even myself, like why was I doing what I did and everything like that. And that really helped me grasp the content of the class. Like, you know, when is it more important to have a really good picture than to speak? And then how powerful is that picture when you add the right words to it and stuff like that? Those are like, I think, parts of public speaking and presenting and things like that that take you from just being knowledgeable and good at it to now turning it into an art form, and being able to literally hypnotize your audience with your ability to speak to them and present to them and stuff like that. So that was a big like learning thing for me, I guess, in this course. So basically, in closing, I really enjoyed uh, Creative Pres. I'm super excited about my upcoming classes. I will continue to strive for excellence when it comes to presenting and public speaking. I really hope you enjoyed this overview of my reflection on creative presentation. Thank you. And I guess I'll see you next month in my next reflection. So, later.